Hey, welcome back to SquareMax Customs. This week we're back on the 1957 Chevy 210. I just want to apologize for last week. I am so sorry I upset so many of you by taking a junk Lincoln Town car and turning it into a useful tow truck. Back to our regular show. So this week we're going to overhaul this engine. And what I mean by that is we're going to throw new gaskets at it, maybe some head gaskets, intake gaskets, probably throw a new water pump on it, a new fuel pump, get these headers all sanded down with a fresh coat of paint to make them look just perfect. And we'll probably paint the engine. We got to get this ready so we can put her back in the car. It's not ready for the car as well. We still have a lot of cleaning and painting and, you know, I ordered parts is what I'm trying to tell you. But that's a different video. This week is this one. I appreciate y'all coming back to watch. I'm just gonna find top dead center and just set it there for now. And you can do that simply by turning the engine over and putting your finger over number one cylinder. And when you start to feel it push your finger off, grab a screwdriver or something, but go easy and just keep bringing that up till you feel the piston come to the top. And right when it comes to the top, you're on top dead center on compression stroke. Because you can be top dead, but on exhaust stroke. So that'll work there. So I don't know how much you'll learn from me on this episode because I'm no engine builder. Although we're not building an engine, all we're doing is swapping some gaskets in and a couple fresh things. The reason I'm changing the head gaskets on this is because, well, this car did overheat. And I don't know if the previous owner ever had this car running or how hot he's gotten it. So we might as well at least pull them off and check. The heads are nothing special, but I don't need a big horsepower engine. And, you know, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole and start taking stuff apart because, well, if you start taking too much apart, next thing you know, you might as well upgrade it. Either way, that's a different story for a different time. I like to take my gaskets and just sort of trace it out because I'm not replacing the head studs and all that. We're going to reuse the ones that are in it, but I'll at least know exactly where they went and they'll go in their spots. So just something I like to do. You don't have to. You can just punch holes in something. I wouldn't recommend just throwing them anywhere because, well, when it comes time to reassemble, well, it sort of gets a little more tricky if you don't know where stuff goes. Plus, it should go back where it came. Give a couple taps and then take your last head bolt out, and I think there's pins, dowel pins that hold it in, but oh, that one's a little gunky. And voila, our head's ready to come off. Whoop! Still a little coolant in there. That's fine. Yeah, look at that. Nice. Clean that out. Well, they don't look too bad. I wiped this one off. I don't see no numbers on it, so I'm guessing it's stock. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about this stuff. We're just, we got this far, so we might as well change the head gasket because, well, the kit came with it. And like I said, she did overheat. So we got a new water pump and some other stuff. I believe it's going to be the same gaskets we bought for it. So that's sweet. Good deal there. The head looks good. Yeah, she's a racing head. High performance. Heavy. Alright, I'm going to get these cleaned up a little bit. I got to scrape all this off and just clean it up because we don't need none of that nasty stuff on there. So when we put the new ones on, and we'll get the new gasket laid out. When changing head gaskets, you really shouldn't just go tightening whatever bolts you want down. Yes, they all have to be tightened, but you should really work your way in a circular motion from the center. And okay, so work that circular motion all the way out. Now, GM calls for about 70 foot-pounds of torque, give or take. But you also really shouldn't go cranking all that at once. You should do it in increments, like 30, 50, and 70. At least that's what's going to work for us. Yeah, nice and brand new head gaskets. Heck yeah, we got one more round. We'll do the 70. Oh yeah, we got some new tools too. And it was perfect timing. Well, I think the company might have been laughing at me for our little Allen key mishap when we were pulling the intake. You remember? We didn't have the right size Allen key, but we thought outside the box and we were able to use 2 different Allen keys to remove our bolt that was... Either way, long story short, this company hit me up and they were like, hey dude, we got Allen keys and we want to send them to you. And well, I got looking on their website and I was like, yo, I could use some torque wrenches too because, well, I got to do heads and I got to put this thing back together. And well, my old beat up torque wrench is just a little guy. And well, they were like, dude, I'm going to hook you up. And well, check this out. The company's name is Lexivon. And well, they didn't just send me 1 torque wrench. They freaking sent me 3. Like, these things, look at this one. This one's so sweet. Comes with a sweet little case, 1/4 inch. This thing's freaking awesome. I'm loving these things so far. I've been using the Allen keys like crazy. They've come in handy. So, and check it out. Like, how can you beat that? And this stuff's got a lifetime warranty on it. All the torque wrenches, they got 2-year warranty, but this thing's, I'd hate to get hit with this. Let me tell you though, having to crank these head bolts down to 70 foot-pounds with this thing, it makes life easy. It's almost like... Either way, let's swap this over to 70 foot-pounds and get this thing cranked down for our final round. Super easy to adjust. We're at 50, so we got to go up 20 pounds. It's about 2.5 increments to the thing, so to the whole number, we got to go up 4. Oof, 70 pounds. Lock the old girl in case you bump it, and we're ready to torque these things down. Hey, I got good news and I got bad news. Which one do you want first? The good news? Okay, well, the good news is Lexivon hooked you all up. I'm going to leave a link for their website in the description. And they gave me a little code to hook you guys up with 10% off anything off their whole site. So that's pretty cool. Thanks for the tools, Lexivon. Freaking sweet. And they're my favorite color. Awesome. Okay, the bad news. I don't think this engine needed head gaskets. We were sort of just doing it because we were here. What's that saying? Don't kick a sleeping dog. Why are the sayings always like, don't kick a sleeping dog, or it's as easy as skinning a cat? What's with the animal sayings? Either way, come on, stop. Off track. Sorry, squirrel. Bzz. All right, back to my question. Back to my... Listen. We decided we'd change the head gaskets because we were in here. Okay? Because I knew you were all going to freaking yell at me. I was also going to pull the timing cover and the harmonic balancer, and I debated on pulling the tranny apart, so we checked the throwout bearing and the clutch. And what I'm trying to tell you is everything was going great. I should have known something felt weird. If you go back in the video and watch, this one bolt on our second round just seemed like it took extra turnage before it freaking tightened all the way or clicked at the 50-ish pounds. Well, yeah. Well, this one, when we got to the 70, she just, she turned from a righty-tighty to a righty-loosey, and it really freaking sucks because all the rest of them are good. So we need to fix that. But that's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll get it. Nothing for you all to worry about. It's like a 2-minute fix, if that, for you. It's a who knows how long for me. With that being said, I have made a executive decision. I'm not changing this head gasket. I don't care. You shouldn't go further than you should go because, well, look what happened. All right, so I gotta get my thinking chair for a minute and decide if I'm pulling the whole head back off because, well, that's what I should do, is just pull the head back off, and we should just drill it out. The bolt's good. It's the threads on the head are bad. Yes, I know. I should have ran a dang tap down it. I know. I freaking hear you. It's my fault. I know. I'm not blaming it on nobody. Live and learn is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Hey, I thank you for coming back and watching me every week. I love you all. I half-heartedly wire brushed these down to get some of the surface rust and scale and stuff off of them. Now I'm going to spray them with some OSFO rust converter. A lot of people ask me where I get this. I don't know if you all have one near you, but I buy mine at Ace Hardware. I don't remember how much it is. It works good. It converts rusted metal to instantly... I don't know what it does, to be honest with you, but it does something, and that's what I'm told to use. So I'm just going to spray these things down and coat them up good. And we'll let it sit for, it says 24 hours. I'm impatient, so till it looks dry. And then I'll come out, wire brush them again, and we'll paint them. Yes. Well, it's like $40 for a little helicoil kit. Unfortunately, my local parts store don't have it, but that's fine. I need to take a quick break from that and let my brain relax. So I figured I'd get this thing all degreased because we gotta clean this all and just change parts and paint it and stuff. And it's probably better if I clean it before I disassemble a lot of it because, well, then I won't get as nasty during the parts changeover. I also got poking around. This was nice. I've already cleaned all these channels out. They were packed when we first got it. But somehow I overlooked this channel. And, well, let's just say that thing was freaking filled. Like, right up. Look at all that. That was all inside that little pocket right there. Luckily, nothing rotted out. It's extremely solid down in there, which really surprised me. But with doing that, I got poking around, right? Look, the frame comes in. It's all boxed right here. It comes in. And it's got rivets that connect it to the front cross member, or whatever you want to call this cradle area. Either way, I'll look at this side. Watch this. Well, those rivets aren't tight. This thing moves all over the place. So after we get this cleaned and degreased, I think I'm gonna lay a couple welds on that. This one hasn't welded. Well, it looks like it's welded on the top. This one don't have nothing. Like, it must have been lunchtime or something when they were putting this frame together. And, well, noon hit and they took off. And when they came back, they forgot that they didn't weld that side. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Sometimes it's fun to make up stories. Okay. I guess it's time to get this thing out of the garage. Well, we got a tow truck, we might as well use it, right? Didn't build it for no reason. This freaking thing is so useful. Yeah, doing tow truck things. I freaking love this Lincoln tow truck. Up and away. What? How freaking cool is that? Oh, there's the new thumbnail for last week's video. Maybe it'll help the video get views. This thing tows like a dream. Oh, I love this thing. So, I'm just gonna spray some oven cleaner on it and degrease the frame while we got it out here. And yeah, well, that's all I'm doing. This stuff stinks. I do it in the garage, but it's just, well, I got a tow truck now, so it's easier to move stuff in and out. I wish we had this when we degreased the engine. I don't know how well this will work. But we'll do the best we can. Well, that's way better. I gave her one more rinse down, final, you know, soak down, let her soak for a few more. I'm gonna rinse her off again, and well, then I'm gonna let the old girl dry out and we'll get her back in the garage. So that thing's useful. Oh man, I love that thing. If you missed that episode, go back and watch it. It was a freaking good one. We had fun. So I've decided I'm only gonna pull one of these out to check on. Bro, you want to turn the light on? Because I don't feel like pulling everything apart after that little mishap with that head bolt. But she looks fine. So I'm not too worried about it. I believe this engine was gone through before the car was parked for 30, 40, 50 years. The reason I say that is because, well, the whole car was sort of gone through. How well it was gone through, well, that's probably a whole nother story, but we're not worried about that. I mean, if something happens later on, that's fine. We can always swap the engine again. It's only a weekend worth of time to pull an engine out and pop another one in. So that's your update for now. I'm just gonna give the headers one final scrub down. You see all the white? That's what the OSFO does. I also sprayed some vinegar on it afterwards. I figured, well, I can buy vinegar really cheap, so the OSFO is not so cheap. And I think vinegar helps with rust, I think. I don't know. But I use that as like a rinse off to do a couple coats. And, well, the white spots, I believe, are just from the OSFO. But either way, I'm just using some Brillo pads. I like them because they're wire pads, wire wool pads, whatever you want to call them. But they're soapy. And I'm using that to neutralize it. And it's acting as a sanding agency is what I'm trying to tell y'all. So I'm going to get these all sanded down. And I'll rinse them off a few times with some water. Hopefully they'll dry out here in the Florida sun pretty quick. And maybe we'll run the torch on them real quick just to heat them up a little bit. And then lay some exhaust paint on it. Give them a new look for a fraction of the cost of headers. Plus, these ones are already massaged perfectly to fit on our 57, so no sense getting a new pair that we might have to massage to get the fit on. This pair fit on there good, and I don't find no holes in it. So, which, not gonna lie, I was surprised. I thought I was gonna find a bunch of holes in it. I know this is more of a boring episode, but listen, I need to do this stuff, and well, I can't be doing body work every week. Not if I'm going to build this whole car. So you either got to watch or skip it and come back next week. That's about all I can tell you. So I appreciate you watching. The more of you that watch, like, comment, and share, the more YouTube shows new people. They're like, hey, people like watching this guy. When you don't watch and like or share or comment, well, then they're like, hey, Nobody likes this guy. Don't watch him. And they don't show your video to nobody. Alright, I'll get these scrubbed and rinsed off and we'll call it good. Look at those. They came out freaking fabulous. They look like brand used, huh? Well, you can't beat that. I won't lie. It took freaking quite a while to sand these things down and the OSFO and then the rewire wheel them. And then I decided to put the little wire brush on a drill to get it just a wee bit better. Well, it was a lot of sanding is what I'm trying to say. And that was a few hours worth of work alone. Like, you don't realize it, but the cleaning and the sanding and the scraping just to prep something like half okay, because I still probably didn't do it right, takes forever. But the end result is, well, it speaks for itself. Look at all that. That looks fabulous. And, well, it cost us like $35 instead of couple $100 for a set of headers that we still would have had to massage to make them fit right, because, well, I don't think I've ever bought, or anybody I know has ever bought, a set of headers that bolted right in and cleared everything. But I could be wrong. I don't know. All right, let's get back on the engine, because we got to get this engine ready. And what I mean by that is I got this all prepped so we can throw an intake on it. I got to clean the intake still, though. Dang it. Freaking knew I was forgetting something. And I gotta scrape these gaskets, and what we'll do is I got a little more sanding to do to get it ready for paint. And I think, so I got a low gloss black and I got a high gloss black. I like a flat or a low gloss. Well, I really like satin, but I'm doing a lot of stuff under the hood and the frame satin. So I wanted the engine to at least pop a little bit. I know I should paint it freaking orange if I want it to pop. And I won't lie, the orange with the black valve covers with the writing, oh, it looks good. And we could do that to like part of the intake and the air cleaner, and we could really. But orange is not my color, and it's not gonna fit with the scheme that I got envisioned for this car. Look at this, is so cool. This freaking Lincoln tow truck, I tell you what, heating my paint up, because paint lays better when you put it in the freaking oven to warm up first. So she's out here, they're just, you know, warming up. Low gloss, high gloss. Yes, so freaking useful. That worked out great. We still got some grease, but I only have one can of oven cleaner. For the ones that tell you you can't get that stuff, the Dollar General, there's a dollar section, and they got a few different flavors. Okay, let's get, woo, everybody's dizzy, I'm so sorry. Take a sip. All right, I'm gonna get to wire wheeling a little bit. So, I just wadded up toilet paper and threw it in there. It's fine. It's good. It'll keep my threads from not getting painted. I know. You can use earbuds. But if one don't have earbuds, how would one use earbuds? Exactly. You have to think outside the box. Are we worried about paint getting in here? Well, not really. It's not like we're just going to go in here and paint all of them. Plus, look, it's already got paint in there. So it really don't matter. And if a little bit of paint gets up here, that's fine. We'll just re-sand that quick before we put everything together. Same thing with these surfaces. No biggie. We'll just re-sand it. Check this out. I can. I can make it spray, but I got pressed really hard and it's not. Unfortunately, this can is no good. Like, we're gonna make it work as a base coat, but I should really change the top or something because that's not right. But this way nobody gets mad at me. Check this out. Check this out. Ready? We're gonna start off like this. Ready? Yeah. New head gasket. Told you I wouldn't. You didn't think I was not gonna change the driver's side head gasket, did you? Well, changed, fixed, brand new. Hold up. We gotta get this side. Perfect. So there's the driver's side head gasket and the timing cover. We were gonna check the chain. Yup. Check. See? Check. Brand new timing chain gasket. Yup. Before y'all get mad at me, I did go down in there with a screwdriver and the chain felt fine. Perfectly fine. But either way, like I said, replaced. Nothing to worry about now. It's brand new timing chain gear, gasket. And the oil pan, we pulled that off. We put brand new oil pump in it. Brand new oil pan gasket. I mean, this thing's pretty much a brand new engine right now. So I'm gonna put this thing on time lapse and get my mask on because this stuff makes you dizzy and fruity and I don't like the way it smells. So that's enough of me. Let's get back to the show. Check it out. Came out freaking fabulous. Listen, I don't know how this freaking engine is still puking antifreeze out. But it is. Either way, that looks freaking awesome. What? Toilet paper? Yeah, dirt cheap too. How you beat that? Couple napkins. Listen, a little paint in them wouldn't have hurt nothing. Might have made your valve sticky for a minute or two, but it would have been fine. But he's all freaking worried about it. Nothing to worry about. They like that stuff. It's a Chev 350. They don't care. You can freaking sink this thing in a lake, pull it out, drain the oil, put fresh fluid in it, and she'll fire back up. Why? Because it's a Chevy 350. You just can't beat these things. Oh, that looks awesome. I was going to flat black the transmission to give it a little offset, but I ended up having enough with the two cans. I stole the top off the new can and put it on the old can, and well, that made that can spray so much nicer. Fabulous, right? Right. Hey, color match spark plugs. What? Yeah, we're fancy in this place. Don't you worry about that. These headers look absolutely fabulous. Oh, it was a little hard to see them yesterday with the doors open. It's crazy what the lights do with the camera. But either way, they're way better than they were. And they're going to look phenomenal on it. Should we sand and paint the intake? I know it's aluminum. I don't care. What do you mean it shouldn't be painted because it's aluminum? Really? Well, I don't know. I'm really leaning towards a little paint on that thing. Just because, well, I'm not into the shininess on this car. I'm getting rid of all the shiny. Sorry if I'm upset anybody. Hey, Terry, Tunes. Tunes is what we're going by. That's his name. That's his logo. Thanks so much for the stickers and stuff, man. Some of these things are really freaking old and really cool. Oh, and one of them was, I forgot where it went, but one of them was a year before I was born. Here's one from 96, 95. How neat is that? Thanks, dude. That's so freaking cool. Where'd that old one? There was a really old one on here. Either way, Tunes, thanks so much, buddy. I'll get them things on the wall. Just neat. What? 1985 Michigan 500. There you go. That one's a couple years older than me. Yeah, buddy. Appreciate it. What's your favorite thing to drink? I'm a coffee drinker. And I like 7-Up before I go to bed. I know, weird. I'll drink coffee all day. With that being said, hey Michael, this freaking coffee cup is sweet, dude. So thoughtful, man. Thank you. Me and the wife love them. Super cool, buddy. Like, that's freaking awesome, man. Come on, look at that. Thanks again, Michael. Much appreciated. I also want to take a second to thank Kenny. Kenny sent us in a cutter a couple weeks ago. Well, Kenny also reached out to me not that long ago and he said, hey buddy, I got a spare wiring harness I bought and I didn't end up using it. Freaking brand new with a fuse box. Like, thank you, Kenny. You guys are freaking amazing. I don't even know what to say. Love you all. Thank you so much. Well, that's a bummer. Got the wrong water pump. I think I ordered that at the store though, so luckily I can just bring it back. I believe. I don't know. I had my brother order some stuff, and then I ordered some stuff. So I got to dig out and figure out where I did order the water pump from so I can go return it. Yes, it'll work. I opened the box quick and I just gandered at the bottom. I was like, yup, that's the same. Well, it is. It's just, mine's a short water pump. And, well, if we put that one on, none of our pulleys are going to line up. So we might as well just get one that goes to it. Plus, this one comes out the side. I mean, I don't necessarily need this because the heater core and everything's blocked off. But I do plan to at least hook it back up, put another one in it. So technically, it would be nice to have it. It's got a plug at the bottom. This one's got a plug at the bottom. But I don't want it shooting back into the engine. So look at this. Oh man, I'm telling you what, I almost don't want to paint it with how freaking clean it came out. I don't know if I've said it. Well, I probably have. I think I say it a lot. Cleaning and scraping and preparing the stuff takes longer than... We'll paint that thing in like 30 seconds. Well, 30 seconds to prime it and 30 seconds to paint it, and... well, less than a minute is what I'm trying to tell you. But I got like an hour just sitting here with a wire brush and a wire wheel. So if I ever get big and famous and rich, and my first thing I'm doing is hiring a helper that can do all the scraping and sanding and we'll teach them cool stuff. Okay, that's enough of me. What am I doing next? Oh, I'm gonna get some paint on that because the stuff takes a little bit to dry. And yes, get the water pump back in the box so it's ready to go back to the store. I read the comments. Y'all told me to get a spacer for the carburetor. That's why that's black. So either way, I'm gonna get a spacer for it. I don't necessarily know if that's why that's black, or if maybe it was because when we bought this thing it wouldn't run and the distributor wasn't working right. Plus it was hitting on the firewall. I'm guessing because the training mounts and everything were so far bad and it was sagging down. So the distributor wouldn't sit on there right anyways. And we had it running, but barely, and only like, oh, it was bad. So maybe that's black and all nasty because of all the fuel and backfiring and two-stroke mix, and maybe not. Maybe I do need the spacer. Either way, I'm gonna get the spacer for it. So, all right, that's your update. Let's get to the paint booth. Well, look it, she's back in the shop. I had a heart attack this morning. I came out, I'm running out of time. I don't have any more time this week, so I got to get as much as I can get done this morning and get this video edited. But either way, I came in and I couldn't find my camera. I don't know where I put my GoPro. Where'd I leave the GoPro? Well, I was in a hurry yesterday. So here's the deal. I was trying to get as much done as I could over the weekend, but it was my daughter's birthday. So we had to go spend the day with her, you know, family time, have fun, which that was great. But before we left, I was trying to get that intake painted, right? So I was in my paint booth. Phew. That's all I got to say is phew. I didn't know where I left this thing. So yeah, look, thankfully we got the GoPro. That's awesome, sweet deal. Yeah, so it's my daughter's birthday, so we went and did stuff with her. So if the video's not as long or not as good or whatever, I apologize. Also, it was my wife's and mine anniversary, which we both tend to forget for the last 9 years or so, because our daughter was born on the same day as our anniversary. So we pretty much forgot about the anniversary, and we pretty much have forgot about it for the last 9 years, which is fine. But that's what my Sunday consisted of. Check it out. No, I didn't put it on yet. We still got to get there. But the intake came out fabulous. Look at that, a little bling bling, little added bonus. Just so you know, yes, I know, I had a brain fart. You know, it happens. Just going too fast. When you spray satin black on an intake, or on anything, and then you clear coat it, it tends to turn to gloss. So it matches the engine now. I was hoping for a little bit of color contrast. But either way, no biggie. So I'm gonna find, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna get a gasket, intake gaskets, gonna get some goop, because, well, you don't just goop up your freaking, just do what you want, I don't care. Oh, we got to get the push rods back in. So originally, I was going to do the whole top dead center when we were originally going to do both head gaskets. And I was just going to adjust the valves sort of how you do it by the book, I guess. I don't know. Only because I've never done it that way. I've never adjusted whatever, boom, 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 and then rotated it and did the other ones. So I was going to try something new. But I'm not doing it that way because, well, we had that head bolt. Don't worry about that freaking bolt. I'll get it. I can drill it from here. I'll tell you that right now. Don't you worry about it. And if I can't, well, you'll all find out with me, because I'll show you on one of the future videos. Probably when it's back in the car and running and blowing coolant out that back and we're losing compression. But that's fine. Don't worry about that. It's not your engine, is it? Nope, it's my engine and I'm the one doing the work. So what were we talking about? Okay, the push rods. I'm gonna put them all back in, and now I did this the backyard redneck special way. Every time I unscrewed one of these, I started at a certain spot, and passenger side, front of the engine, that one was 13 turns, that one was 14 turns, 14, 13, 13, 14, 14, 13. So they were all pretty much consistent, and that's what I'm gonna do when I put them back on, is I'm just gonna put them on and start it, and on one rotate, two rotate, till I get to about where they were, and that'll be perfectly fine. And guess what? When you start this thing up, if it's a little bit off, that's fine. Take the valve cover off, and you can just loosen these up a little bit till you hear a little clattering, and tighten them down a little bit till the clattering goes away, and then just turn it an extra half turn, 3/4 of a turn, and call it good. Or don't listen to me. Remember, don't do what I do. Don't listen to me. Just watch, laugh, have fun, and comment. Make sure you comment and tell me what I'm doing wrong, because, well, I know I'm doing a bunch wrong, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. No, comment for real, because comments help the YouTube algorithm, and then they'll show my videos to more people, and then maybe more people will watch me, and if more people watch me, then they'll show it to even more people, and then YouTube will pay me more money. Woo, and then I can put more money into these junk projects that I keep dragging home. She's not junk. She's precious. I love this thing. It's a love-hate type of relationship, but she's coming along. So there's so much body work still to do. I still got to fine-tune around the windows. Do you all remember this whole thing was rotted out completely? The roof, everything. If you didn't see this from the beginning, you really need to go back, because when we started, I'd do a repair and then I'd paint it so it's somewhat blended. We'll get back to it. I gotta pull the chrome off. We gotta get the bumpers off. There's so much freaking work to do. Both the rear quarter panels need like 5-6 patches in each one. This rocker still needs either completely replaced, or we gotta rebuild the backside. Yes, it looks good. It's not good. Same thing with up here. Yes, it looks good, but it's not good. The center seems fine. I'm sure it's not fine. I'm sure if we go poking at it, it's gonna have a bunch of holes in it, but we'll find out that when we get to that stage. We are not there yet, so knock it off. We need to fix 2 more doors. Yes, I know. They look pretty freaking decent, though. No, they're not. They're completely filled with filler and rust and holes, and this one's just missing the whole corner. But, we'll get there. We'll get there. And then we got, where are we? Hold on. We got down in here, we got to do something. I don't think it's wicked bad. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll just be pitted metal when we start sanding it down. And if that's the case, we'll probably just, you know, do some rust converter and a thin coat of fiberglass and call it good. But if we get digging in it and it's rotted out, well, you and me both know what that means. Time to pull out the cardboard and well, we got a bunch more sanded down. Fun, right? No, I was just playing. It ain't fun at all. It's the worst part of the whole freaking process is sanding. This is just some self-etching primer. I don't know how well it's gonna stick to chrome anyways. I sanded it and wire wheeled it the best I could, but if anybody's painted chrome before, chrome's not the easiest to paint. It's too shiny, it's too slippery, it's too soft. So maybe this stuff will help grab. They probably sell something special for it. which I'm gonna have to look into because I have something planned for this car. Well, I'm gonna have to paint some chrome. Oh no, he's gonna paint the chrome on the car. Oh, there's a good possibility. Spoiler, spoiler. So the cool thing about the self-etching stuff, this stuff dries like really fast. A lot of this chrome's messed up, so am I gonna spend thousands of dollars to have all the chrome fixed on it? No, so we have to think of an alternative. Sometimes you can't always have what you want, you know, you gotta work with what you can work with. We ain't all made of money, and well, I don't know what it would cost to have all the chrome fixed, but not this stuff. This is a dress-up kit. A couple $100 you can buy an engine dress-up kit. But the rest of the chrome is all dented and dinged, and the bumpers, well, they've been painted, and a lot of stuff's pitted. So we're gonna think outside the box. Plus, the grand paint scheme for the whole car. Oh, I'm still waiting for paint to dry. So I figured I'd run a tap through all these, clean them out a little bit. I'm gonna do the same thing to the intake. Gunk, just gunk. This engine's actually really clean. And that'll ensure that all the thread holes are nice and clean, so when we torque the intake down, it'll torque down nicely. So look, it helps clean all the grease out and the nasty out. You can make one of these with, like, take an old head bolt or whatever, or say whatever you're working on. If you have an extra bolt that fits in there, and you can cut little slits in it with a cutoff wheel grinder, and it'll almost act as the same thing, and when you're screwing it in there, it'll help clean the threads out and get all that nasty stuff out. I'm just gonna do the same thing on this just to clean them all up. I don't even know if I don't think every hole was used, but for the 10 minutes it'll take, plus, like I said, we're waiting for paint to dry, so what else are we gonna do? What do you think about the intake? It didn't come out too bad, did it? Oh, before you all yell at me, I know, I could have bought a flat or a satin clear coat, but that's not what I had in the cupboard. So, that's why she's shiny now. I used what I had laying around. Did it work? Yes, I'm enjoying the engine very much. I don't think it was the inside holes we used. I believe it was the outside holes we used, but whatever, it'll take a second. just ditch the intake gaskets that they give you and put yourself a nice fat bead of something else on there. You don't want to use what they give you. Those things never work. And lucky for me, I got the black stuff. Oops. So that way when it squeezes out on my black engine, it looks freaking fabulous. You want to get extra in the corner. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to let this tack up for, I don't know. We'll give her 10 minutes. Are you even watching me? I don't know. We'll give it 10 minutes or so, and then I'll drop the intake on it. And I'm going to tighten the bolts down to maybe, I don't know, finger tight, 5, 10-ish, something like that. And then I'm just going to let it sit for an hour or two, or maybe a little longer. And let this just glaze over. That way when we torque them down, we don't blow all of our gunk out right away. That's my intention. So, aluminum intakes are about 25 foot-pounds of pressure. Unfortunately, I can't get a torque wrench into the center, which I've never been able to. So I'm estimating, yeah, put that one in the dictionary, about how tight I'm putting them. And we're going about 15 right now. I already went around once real quick at like 9. Then I'm going to do 15. And then I'm going to do 25. Well, boy, thank you, Lexivon. Man, they came in handy here. The Allen keys and the torque wrench. Look, I got the freaking 3/8 one this time because, well, we're not doing big head bolts anymore. So, same thing as you did with the head. Just start in the center and work your way out. You hear it? Click. Yep. Yeah, I tell you what, they hit me up perfect timing. Don't forget, there's a link in the description for y'all to go check out if you need, well, they got all sorts of stuff. Well, let me tell you what, these things are freaking nice. And then the freaking bit set, oh, all right, I'm going to get this adjusted. We're going to go, you know what, I'm just going to play it safe. I'm going to do one more round. I'm going to do 20 and then I'll do 25. Why not? It don't hurt, right? That's only another second longer. check these out. They came out so freaking good. That's awesome. Are they perfect? No, not by any means. Is the car perfect? Nope. But guess what? I painted them and lettered them myself, so super proud of that. Let's see what they look like on the engine. Now, I know the black and orange looked really good on here, but tell me this don't look good. Hold on, let me just get a bolt in here. I'm probably going to put the long spiky ones on. I just haven't got around to wire wheeling them and cleaning them. And like I've told you, that stuff takes time, and it's one of my least favorite things to do. That looks fabulous. So I just found four, well, 8, 4 for each side, just to sort of hold it on there for now. So we're not going to put a whole bunch more of this together. Why? Because, well, I'm not going to start it out of the car, and I'd have to pull the distributor and the carb and all that stuff off. I'm also going to pull the valve covers back off when we go to put it in the car. That way we have less of a chance of crushing, scratching, and the less stuff on the engine is going to make it easier for me to maneuver it inside the car. So that's my intention. That's the reason we're not going to go any further than this, because we'd just be wasting our time. Oh, they came out so good. They look so good. I bombarded them with the clear coat. Sorry, I apologize about that clip. I thought I had it on fast play, so you're going to watch a minute and a half of me just spraying clear coat on them. Rattle can clear coat. Don't be afraid to experiment. I wanted to spray some lace on it, but I couldn't get the wifey to give me the wedding dress. Told her we haven't worn it in 13, 14 years. But she still wasn't having it, so that'll stay in the closet. I mean, I understand. The water pump we still got to bring back to the store, unfortunately, and get the right one. So there's no sense of bolting the wrong one on there. And there's no sense of me painting the wrong one, because then they won't take it back. But I like that. That looks so good. It's just a little bit of silver gave it a pop. And then we cleared over everything, so everything should stay. It shouldn't. I like that. I'm extremely satisfied. I do wish the intake was flatter so it matched the headers to give it a little contrast, but I don't know, maybe we'll do a flat black air cleaner or something. But we definitely need to get an air cleaner, because there is no way that car was breathing with this little tiny freaking dinky thing. So air cleaners are pretty expensive, and well, I like to be cheap. I like to say I'm cheap, but then you guys get mad at me. Or I like to say I'm broke, and that's why I do it, but I'm not. I just don't like spending money. So I think we're going to design our own air filter box. I haven't thought about this. I just decided this a second ago when I was talking to you. But instead of spending $50 to $100 for a somewhat fancy air cleaner, maybe we can make something cool. I don't know. That'll be another episode. Future. So I appreciate y'all watching. Hey, did I tell you? We have international shipping now. Yep, worldwide. You can buy from all over. Maybe not all of our stuff is cleared yet, but go check it out. See what you can get. SquareMaxMerch.com. We appreciate all the support. Go get your stuff. Check it out. Do I got Rustella on today? Yeah. Yeah. I forget to wear this shirt all the time when I'm working on this car. I got too many shirts myself, so I never know which one to wear. But we got keychains. We got koozies, we got shirts, lots of shirts. Go pick out a design. Don't forget, come check it out. We got magnets for $20. Well, if you spend $20, the magnets are free. And they're collectors. Why? Because you can't buy them. That's why they're collectors. But every order over 20 bucks will make sure you get a free collector's magnet. And as long as you log in and order from the same account, the wife tries really hard to make sure you get a different one. Because, I mean, who likes to order from Rock Auto and get the same dang magnet when you know they got a bazillion of them? We don't. We only got 6 to start with, but we got 2 new ones coming. So for you, I think there's 2 of you or 3 of you that y'all are awesome. Every one of you are amazing, but we got 2 or 3 of you that we have to work really hard to keep up with you, because you buy them faster than we can make magnets, because we've never thought somebody would order 6+ times from us. Either way, we appreciate every single one of you. I know this week was a little bit different. I'm sorry. We'll get back on rust repair, but we have to do everything to this car, and you guys are in it for the journey with me. So I'm going to bring you along the journey, and you're going to watch the whole thing with me. Again, thank you for anybody that sent anything in, any donations. If I ever forget to thank somebody, I am truly sorry because it means the world to us. Sometimes it's just, I forget. Or maybe that clip accidentally got cut, or just, I'm sorry if I do forget. Okay, that's enough of me rambling. I love you all. Peace, rock out, SquareMaxMerch.com, and I'll see you next Thursday.